Hi, it's Natasha.
And Khalil.
And we are the co-hosts of
WokeNFree.
Thank you for tuning in to our 213th episode of WokeNFree. If you've been tuning in every week for WokeNFree Wednesday, you know that WokeNFree is all about being real and honest with each other and you. We talk about everything and anything important to us, you, the world, and nothing is off the table. This week, we are discussing our love story and lessons learned in the last 17 years that we've been together, because this month marks 17 years together. So this episode is called 17 Years Later. But before we dive deep into the subject, a couple of things. Make sure you've downloaded this episode on WokeNFree.com through the Podbean app. That way you can add in your comments and you can chat with us and share your love story with us. Now, if you, for some reason, cannot download a new app on whatever device that you use to listen to podcasts on, just make sure you're going to places like iTunes or TuneIn or Stitcher, Google Play, our YouTube channel, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, wherever we are, Spotify, Pandora, we're everywhere. It's a WokeNFree world. Make sure you're at least subscribed and following us on those different platforms so that you can stay abreast of everything we talk about every WokeNFree Wednesday. Now, of course, we'd also love for you to go to WokeNFree.com and make sure you click on subscribe so that you can follow the show if you do have the Podbean app, so you're following us there. Okay. Now on social media, you can always holler at us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Pinterest, LinkedIn at WokeNFree. And if you got 90 seconds, we'd love a review of the show. Pick your platform of choice. Again, listen tab on WokeNFree.com. And we'd love to hear how this show is filling you and giving you what you need to be woke and free. Got to kick it to you now.
And I'll catch it here. Before we start the conversation, we like to share a little bit about ourselves. This week, we're asking, would you rather wet the bed or your significant other wet the bed so you can laugh?
Well, you know, I love to laugh, so my choice is obviously to have you urinate and let me laugh. And also scream, because that sounds pretty disgusting.
Oh, man. Okay.
And you?
It'd rather be me, because if it's you, then I know I have to clean it up. If it's me, then you have to clean up my mess. So that's why I would wet the bed.
What lies are you talking? You're telling tales?
I'm telling how it should go.
You've lost your mind. Oh,
it's
that's
how
so
it should
sad.
go, though.
Right before the episode begins.
Yeah, because that's how it has to start off, is with things that you need to be doing within 17 years of us being together.
Nice, awkward transition for you. All right, sir.
Yeah, so you start off taking care of me, and then I take care of you.
Oh, okay.
That's some of the things that we do in this relationship here.
I can't wait for this episode. Yep. Go ahead.
You can't believe it, but I think I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you were saying, this month marks our 17th year anniversary together. Mm-hmm. And we're going to share with WokeNFree family what are 17 lessons learned for every year we've been together.
I think we need more than 17 years to discuss it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Lesson one with out of the gate would definitely be to embrace change. I would say who you meet on day one of the person you're in a relationship with is not the same person 5 days later, 5 years later, or even 17 years later. So embracing the natural evolution of your partner's change is going to make that change seem less dramatic. And also that's how you truly support someone, when you see them through all the different flavors and seasons of their life, is really honing in and saying, go ahead and change, and I'm right there with you.
No, okay. That's true. Mm-hmm. Lesson two, learn to compromise. Not everything can go exactly as you want it to, right? So
personal experience sharing here, right?
I don't know about that.
Oh, okay.
I can't say for sure if this is about us or not.
But
I know it's something I learned.
Crazy.
I've learned this, but
yeah.
You know, you gotta just do things that it might not actually be the best just for you, but you got to take your partner into account, because compromising, even though everybody's not going to get exactly what they want, at least you get closer to what the relationship needs, because now you're operating kind of as like a single organism. You're not just separate people. You're together. This is a whole new thing. So this is a very important lesson.
Okay. Yeah. You give up the I for the we. Gotcha. Yeah. All right. Lesson 3, see things from their perspective. So even if we disagree with each other, I've really always enjoyed the time we spend trying to at least explain how we feel on a topic And as you know, I can be very opinionated. Hello, WokeNFree. Thank you. Nice. If you can try to understand how my mind works and thinks a little bit more, then you can start to anticipate how I'm going to handle a situation, which hopefully gives you the context to learn how to approach things and you don't come to me sideways on things.
Oh, really?
Yes. Learn the lessons.
Oh, okay. I mean, I never come to you sideways. That's what you love about this relationship.
Stop telling tales. Come on. This isn't
17
tales.
I'm just saying things that you like about how I interact in the relationship.
According to you, Khalil, yes.
I didn't realize it was that. Okay.
Excellent.
I just thought it was as it was occurring. I didn't know that. Lesson 4. Don't sweat the small stuff. Not every little nuisance needs to be brought up, I've learned.
You're throwing shade at me.
How about throwing shade?
Because that's what Virgos do. We're always like, oh, you didn't do this right. Oh, that's nice.
Look, you're learning a lesson, though, from this relationship. Don't sweat those small little things, right?
Oh, yes. You teach me that lesson every day.
Well, yeah. I mean, the best part was when you bought those brown eggs instead of the normal eggs. You don't have to chew that person out. So that's what you gotta know. The fact that you
brought up something I did like 25 years ago is ridiculous.
I'm just giving an example of what people do.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but you can't get so upset at people making a mistake like that.
Word.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Lesson 5, do things together. We like to say the couple that podcast together, stay together. We're joking. But seriously, it is important to find ways to collaborate with your partner. The deeper the bond you have with the partner, the better it is, I think, for the overall relationship. And it's important to intentionally work on your bond with your partner, right? Because what did I start off saying with lesson 1? Change, right? You guys are going to change individually, which means by nature, the relationship is also going to change. So as you're changing and evolving as you should, it's really important to still have those touch points with your partner through the changes, through the ups and through the downs.
Okay.
Blew your mind there, huh?
I mean, it kind of did, but
cool.
It is a true point that people don't take seriously.
Yeah,
I will say that. Lesson 6. Give gifts that your partner wants.
I love this. This might be the best thing you've ever said ever.
We learned this on early is that you shouldn't just give gifts that you want to give, but you should actually give them something that they want.
Yeah.
And I thought about this because recently we were watching the Modern Family show, right?
Yes.
And they had this where the wife gives the husband some gifts that he doesn't want. She has no clue what he wants. But the crazy thing is she never even asked what he wanted. She had no idea, right? She was just taking a guess. She was like, let me surprise him with this, great band that he loves.
Yeah.
And no, he doesn't even know that song. So let's get it together.
Failure.
You messed that up. So I think you should ask what your partner wants, and then you won't fall into this trap. Just ask them what they want and at least give them some of the things they want. You can always get surprises, but make sure to give them something that they definitely want.
Tidbit, I recommend surprising people with an Amazon gift card.
That's not a surprise that everybody wants. Some people want to be surprised with other things.
Maybe, but I know, you know what I like in this household, so.
Okra, yeah.
Amazon gift card.
Or just a bag of okra.
Lesson 7. Laugh a lot. As we're doing through this episode.
Exactly.
If you're not laughing, you're crying, like our baby.
Nice.
We laugh a lot in our home. It's really incredibly important to maintain humor in life because literally sometimes you do feel like if you're not laughing, you're going to be crying. And especially with a relationship, man, there's a lot of heavy stuff that you'll deal with on an individual level, much less on a partnership level. So you got to just laugh along the way. I mean, some things aren't really funny, but there's also humor in that too. So just find opportunities to laugh. It kind of alleviates the tension individually and as a whole. And, I think the more that you share in common with your partner, again, that's deepening the bond that you have with that person.
True. Laughter is definitely good. Lesson 8, learn what your partner likes. Besides knowing what gifts to get your partner for lesson 6, this just makes it easier to bond and more importantly, get along with your partner, right? So learn what they like and, maybe you might like it as well. You never know. You might have much more in common than you even know.
This is in and outside of the bedroom, right?
Smart. Smart. This is applied to all walks and talks of your relationship. All walks and talks of the relationship. This thing doesn't have to do with anything that's beyond PG.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I mean, it can though if you want.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Word. Lesson 9.
Yeah.
It's okay to be mad, just don't stay that way. Just because you love someone doesn't mean that they won't piss you off. 1,000%
Wow.
they will. 1,000%. It's inevitable, but it's really important to understand that eventually you have to leave that space of anger and get back to a place of love, as hard as that might be, because you might be really pissed off with that person. You might really want to slap them up.
Nice.
Emotionally speaking, obviously we are not advocating physical violence in any way or form. But, you know, whether it takes an hour or a day, the sooner the better. Always be very intentional about choosing to leave that space of anger and get to that place of love. And really focus on what needs to be done to get to that better place, as opposed to just being in that emotional flux of like, you pissed me off and how could you stay that? Like, that's just, it's not healthy and it doesn't make you feel good, right? You're like, yes, I'm mad at him or her or them, right? Like, the point is, you know, what is it going to take for you to not be angry with your partner?
Yeah, that's not worth it to stay mad.
True that.
Lesson 10. You should ask for advice. Your partner knows you well enough to steer you in the right direction, regardless of like what's occurring. So oftentimes, you know, you might be pressed for what choice I should make. You know, just ask your partner. They can really help you out. They should,
given the context they know of you.
Yeah, like as long as this is not like, you know, your second date, then maybe you're not up to that point. But for long-term relationships, this is definitely something to use.
And also take the advice, guys. Thanks. Yeah, that's helpful. Really helpful. Not to just like hear you out and be like, I hear you, but I'm doing something completely opposite.
Yeah, see, that's funny though.
That's pointless.
But it seems funny for the relationship to do it.
I guess that's when you're trying to laugh.
Yeah, because you might want to laugh about it.
Hee. Have fun.
Yeah, see?
Lesson 11, learn and listen, guys. Human beings need kind of this feeling of validation. And, you know, who wants to be in a relationship where they don't feel seen or heard, right? So be that person who, you know, always wants to hear your partner, who wants to learn from your partner. You know, it's sometimes the world feels like a scary place where you feel completely alone and like no one wants to hear you or see you. And wouldn't it be really cool to know that you could be in a relationship and at least have one person in the world who's going to listen to you, who wants to hear what you have to think and what you have to say and all of that. I think that that's really important.
Lesson 12, introduce new things to your partner. So don't be afraid to share new activities you might want to try out with them. Like you could do hang gliding or rock climbing. Those are just potential new things that you might enjoy doing together, thus strengthening the bond of the relationship.
True.
So definitely do some new stuff together.
I feel like you're missing statements around things in other types of situations you can do together too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know then.
Okay. You know what I'm referring to, Khalil.
Oh, yeah. When you go, like, crabbing.
Oh, wow.
Picking up the crabs, yeah, through the net. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's what you were thinking. Yeah, you can do that. It's a fishy job, but when it smells fishy, you can do it.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, exactly.
Wowzers, guys. Lesson 13, push your partner to level up. So being with someone should make you a better person. They should encourage you to push your boundaries. And when you both do this, you both level up during every year that you spend together. And meaning that that person is bettering your life every single day, every single year, which is what a relationship should be about. Otherwise, you can be by yourself and you can just, you know, kind of have fun, COVID or not, and do you. But otherwise, if you're going to partner up and make that commitment, this commitment should better your life.
That's nice of a partner to do, definitely.
Yeah.
Lesson 14 is you should talk about money. This is very important. Yeah. Don't be afraid to talk about finances. You should know how each of you are financially responsible for the household. Like, what are your contributions? You both need to know where you stand, right?
Absolutely.
And there shouldn't be any confusion about that because this is a pretty important subject, right?
Word.
This could destroy the relationship. So
absolutely.
You get this out of the way, and I would say probably the sooner the better. This is not something that you wait 5 years and then you decide, all right, now we can discuss finance. finances. You got to do this early.
That and babies, right? Babies, figure out where you stand on all that stuff.
Well, that'll go with that.
Lesson 15, take care of each other. So before coming a mother, I would say that I was always like that mama or mothering type of person to like my friends and my loved ones, meaning I hate the idea of like my peeps being in pain or hurting in some way. And so, of course, when it comes to like in being in a relationship, I really do believe it's important if you can care for your partner and take care of them, kind of like what you were talking about earlier, and heal each other, really. Like you care for them, they care for you, you just heal each other. And, there's a lot of takers in this world. Wouldn't it be nice if your partner could actually be a giver for you, right? And you can think about that in any context of the word.
Oh, all right. There's not a lot of context. Like,
yes, there's.
Oh, yeah, because somebody can give you the smaller bowling ball.
Woo, they can give you the business. That's what they can do.
Oh, the business bowling ball? I mean, I guess if you write business on the ball. I mean, you can, because you should be giving. You don't take the first ball you see.
Ooh la la.
You give
That's my response.
You give the good size ball to your partner. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Told you. You see, I knew you like bowling. Look how crazy you go.
I bet.
You love talking about bowling.
I love talking about a lot of things.
Yeah, talking about bowling. That's interesting. That gets your goose going.
Yes, it does.
Bowling gets your goose going.
That's
good.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, you gotta be passionate about things. I agree.
Yes.
Definitely. Lesson 16, leave jealousy to the wind.
Okay, come on.
This is an important one. I don't know if everyone's learned this one. I'm just gonna say, I'm just gonna tell you, I don't know if everybody's learned this one.
You are trifling.
No, I'm just saying, I don't know.
Not
everyone's learned this one.
Tell WokeNFree family, yeah.
Don't get so obsessed about other people in your partner's life. If they are going to step out on the relationship, your jealousy is not going to stop it.
That's
be honest, that's not going to stop them from doing their thing.
Yeah.
It also just makes the relationship that much tougher because your partner will feel they can't meet new people and they got to be careful of how they approach you.
What? I can't have friends?
You can't have that super jealousy. Like, that's crazy. You can't just be all up in arms.
Of our lifetime.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I couldn't agree more. At the end of the day, instead of focusing on, if your partner will cheat, why don't you focus on finding ways that makes your partner never want to cheat, right? So being intimate and doing, like you said, giving them the gifts they want, being there, following these 17 lessons will keep them on the right path. Now, with a banger, let's end it off with lesson 17, know your partner's love language. So each of us has different motivations for what we like and want in a relationship. And if you aren't aware of what your partner likes, it's kind of like what you discussed before, you can't really actually satisfy them, which might lead to them stepping out or kind of dabbling in things that they shouldn't be dabbling. So as they evolve in life, remember our wants and motivations also change. So it's really important to get to embrace that change and get to know your partner through all the changes because they are going to be that beautiful butterfly cocooning throughout their entire life. So be there along the way, especially when it comes to their love language too, so that in case anything changes, maybe they like something now and 5 years from now they don't like it, you're right along there to support them. And it's going to cause fewer headaches in the long run.
Yeah, this is an important one, definitely. It's almost like the heart of the relationship. That's what I feel.
Word to word. But I think all 17 lessons are definitely super critical, and it'll be great to see what the next lessons are that we have to share down the road with WokeNFree family, because I can't believe it, but we are at that time again. It's coming to the end of our 213th episode of WokeNFree. Quite the episode discussing our love story and lessons learned 17 years later, guys.
Come back next week for the new WokeNFree Wednesday episode. Make sure you follow us on social media to follow along the conversation, and make sure you tune in next week for WokeNFree Wednesday to join the conversation at WokeNFree.com.
Want to be a guest? Share a topic on an upcoming episode that you have in mind? Where? Contact us page at WokeNFree.com. Guys, that is WokeNFree.com. And for any sponsorships or collaborations, hit us up, same page, contact us page at WokeNFree.com.
If you didn't already subscribe, please do. Share the episode, and make sure you come back to join the conversation every Wednesday for WokeNFree Wednesdays. Remember, WokeNFree is more than a podcast. It is a way of life. Until next time.